Today we are talking about this book, The Way of the Superior Man. I've already read this book online many times, but the books that really touch my heart, I ordered the paperback version of them because I can then take it to school and read. Today, I consider this book, if you know how to read it, this is you can't read this like a normal book. You need to read this in a certain type of way, in the way that how can you apply this in your life, right? A lot of a lot of this book is about women, right? How to deal with women, how to understand women, how to create that polarization with women. But the thing is, a lot of people in our life, a lot of people in this age especially, do not need that advice for women right now, currently. I would probably think about women after the age of 25 like that. So there's no point in thinking about women right now. So, but you can create a very, but what you should still read the chapters. Reason being, women, the word women can be replaced by your life. As a man, you are always constantly in a test against the world, and so will your woman test you. So basically, in this book, you still need to read all of the book, even the part about women, because then you have a deep understanding of how your masculine essence directly impacts your own life and the world around you. Today, we're going to talk about the first five chapters and what I make out of the first five chapters. Right. So part one is I think the most important part that you should read and focus on. We're discussing the first five chapters in brief, especially. So the first chapter is stop hoping for a completion of anything in life. I did not understand this chapter at first, but basically it means, let's say I need to go for, let's say I want to start boxing, but I say, you know what, I'll delay it till my exams. A lot of us do it. We can still study for the exams. Even when we're studying for the exams, we're spending 3 hours on social media. We can spend that 3 hours on social media instead and go do boxing. Why should you do that? It's because you need to live in the moment. You can't be okay after the exams, my life starts, or after my, because then the next exams will come and you'll keep on doing it. So this is what I understand from this chapter is that do not postpone anything you want to do. Anything you want to do, okay, do it right now. If you can't do it right now, then don't stop thinking about it. Live with an open heart even if it hurts. This I think is a very important chapter. A lot of us men think, okay, yeah, we need to be emotionless, no emotions, zero emotions, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I was like that for a while. What I did understand from that is that's a stupid way of living. Yeah, you won't feel, you should feel pride with yourself. You should feel happy with yourself. You should feel sad also. It doesn't matter. Being emotionally strong does not mean that you're, how well can you stop feeling emotions. Being emotionally strong is how well can you feel every single emotion and still be in control of yourself. That is what emotional control for me means. So this chapter really opened it up for me. The italics of this chapter I think is extremely important. One second, give me a second. Yeah. Closing down in the midst of pain is denial of a man's true nature. A superior man is free in feeling and action, even amidst great pain and hurt. If necessary, a man should live with a hurting heart rather than a closed one. He should learn to stay in the wound of pain and act with spontaneous skill and love, even from that place. Feel every single emotion, no matter how much it hurts. Live as if your father was dead. So, this chapter talks about always your father having expectations from you as a man, right? Not even father. You can create an analogy for the entire society having expectations from you. Live free from those expectations and do whatever you want to do. Obviously, don't take it out of context. You need to be doing what you want to do passionately and to be rich, successful, and be proud of yourself. Do whatever that makes you proud of yourself, right? But a lot of us, like father is especially used here because a lot of fathers put that expectation on their sons. My father does not do that, but I take this chapter in a different way. You should live as if your father is dead, in the sense that do not be dependent on anyone. As we are sons of our fathers, we are dependent on our fathers to live our life. I am dependent on my father to go to the gym. If it wasn't for him, I would not be able to afford the gym or protein or something. So you need to create your life as soon as possible, as so that you can be independent from yourself. You do not need to be independent with your father. You do not need to be dependent on your father. Okay. Know your real edge and don't fake it. So actually, this chapter I'll talk about it separately in a video because I think this chapter is really important in itself. We are going to move on to chapter 5. Always hold to your deepest realization. Any work you do, you need to feel who you are. A lot of us, a lot of men have the superpower of keep starting something and keep doing it for as long as possible, right? When we fix our minds to do something, we don't stop. That's a superpower, but also a curse at the same time because we forget who we are. You need to do that work, but also know who you are while doing that work. Do not lose yourself in your work. The work isn't That work is not your personality. You have a personality and your personality chooses to do that work. Don't let that work control you. Control the work you do, if that makes sense. All right, so this is the first 5 chapters. The fourth chapter I'll actually talk in a different video because it's a bit long. So thank you for today's video.